dad used to say, if you haven't shed blood to defend your reign, you haven't defended your reign. So I did. I killed the man who killed my father. I watched his eyes go out and the lifeblood pour from him, and I knew I'd seen justice done. And when the Romans and I took the throne back from that little usurper, my so-called nephew, I felt secure. The iron arm of Rome lifting me into leadership over the Jewish people, holding me there. I was invincible, untouchable. And then there was that child who would be king. My old dad used to say, if visitors are dressed all fancy, reach for your sword first, ask questions later. So when I heard that Magi had crossed my borders, all resplendent, and riding camels with an entourage of servants, I had them brought to me. Looking back on it now, I should have listened to my dad. I intended to ask their business and send them packing. Perhaps missing an appendage or two to remind them not to trespass on my territory without letting me know first. But then, they started asking where the king was. Inside, I was boiling. I could feel my stomach clenching. Another usurper. Another jumped-up little toe rag thinking he could take my throne. How very inconsiderate. How very rude. The throne was absolutely, definitely mine. But softly, I smiled. I asked them where this king was. They said they didn't know yet. Of course they didn't. I thought of all the delightful ways I would torture them for their insolence, and I smiled again. Because if he's so important, I'd rather like to pay my respects, I said. When you find him, let me know where. They muttered their apologies for trespassing, and they left. Politically, I was in a corner, you understand that. I'd gone to a lot of trouble to stay king, and to do nothing would be weak. And a king that cannot do what needs to be done is no king at all. I'm not above killing one tiny, insignificant child. Then my spies lost sight of the Magi. They'd slipped the net. They'd outdone me. Never again. Every spy felt the consequences of their lack of vigilance. Some of them may never fully recover, and then I took my final decisive swipe at this king. It was all the fault of those magi, you understand. If they hadn't been all sneaky and given the child a head start, I wouldn't have had to do what I did. I'm not above killing as many tiny, insignificant children as I have to. It wasn't a popular move with the people, butchering every child under the age of 2, but I did what needed to be done. And of course I knew there was every chance that the child had escaped, that the Magi had bought him enough time to flee the country. But I felt the fear of the people, and I knew they would think twice before following a new king of the Jews. They would think twice before they turned on the name of Herod. And if he did survive, if I'm ever standing face to face with that child, I'll make sure he knows his reign will not be safe unless he has the same courage I did. So I wonder whose blood this new king will shed.